All right, guys, welcome back. This is AOA and it's AOA to Shed. Today we got StanStan.
What's good with it? What's good with it?
Yes, sir. Take us back, man. Where were you born?
I was born in Robbins, Illinois, right outside Chicago. Raised here most of my life, majority of it. Nothing much out there for real. Just, dead grass, maybe a barbecue spot down the street, no real places to shop. It was just a lot of gang violence, a lot of bad things. So my mom took me out before I could even consume it. So, we got here young. I got here young. So, that's really just simple where I was at. And I came here, made a lot of friends, made a lot of connections, a lot of people here that just, are very valuable to my life. So, I love the city for sure.
Hell yeah. So how old were you when you touched down in Fort Wayne? Would you say, were you going into first grade or was it before?
I probably was like a couple months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I probably was like a couple months in. My mom just didn't even want me around that. She just was like, nah, we're not even finna do that. So, because my sisters was already, in middle school, etc. I got older. I'm the only boy. I got 4 sisters. Mm-hmm. So, they was already exposed to it before I was even in the picture. My mom was like, I got a boy, so I know for a fact he gonna be in something out here if he really start understanding the environment. So she took me out real fast. She took me out real quick. So,
So let's talk about middle school. What type of character were you in middle school?
I went to Miami Middle School, by the way. You know what I'm saying? We Miami. Character, I was the kid that got picked on a lot. I got bullied like my whole life, like until I probably got like senior, junior year. Like didn't have the haircut all the time. Me and my mom didn't have a lot of money. I had hand-me-down stuff. Maybe it might, it might not even be hand-me-down. It was just wasn't name brand. It was just.
So this is the stuff that you were getting picked up on?
Mm-hmm. Didn't have a haircut, motherfucker, people would just be like, oh, that's why you dating Stan. Because, I was kind of like the quiet guy that people just kind of ran over, because I was so quiet. I didn't really say nothing. I just kind of, let them talk, whatever. It is what it is. So, that's really, I was just a quiet kid. Hung out with the nerds, hung out with the people with the anime lovers and the people that just was goth, the people that was different, people that was like me, that could relate. We all getting picked on, so why not be together and uplift each other, and show each other real friends. Still friends with them people to this day.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
What changed going into your junior year?
Got a job, and I realized how simple-minded people can be over materialistic items. I just got tattoos, and I just started investing in myself, and I started getting love, and I'm like, I'm the same person. All I did was get a lineup. All I did was get a tattoo. You know what I mean? Like why y'all friends with me now? And I realized how materialistic the world is. They don't care about what's inside. They care about what's outside, and that's bad. So, but it's very few people that care about what's inside. But, in high school, they got cliques. If you don't got the rockin' shoes on, you ain't with the rockin' clique. If you ain't got the rock revivals with the sparkly belt and the American Fighter shirt, you wasn't that dude. And it's just weird because at the end of the day, you're not even seeing them people anymore outside. Like once y'all graduate, you're not even seeing them. So I'm putting all this money on. I'm getting money from Burger King. I worked at Burger King, getting 40 plus hours when I wasn't supposed to under the table, helping my mom out with the bills. She needed help. Quit football, help her out with the bills and all that. And they were still making fun of me. I had I had the clothes, I had the shoes, still making fun of me. And then I realized that's just whatever they got going on at home. A lot of the time they got something going on. They're not secure with themselves, so they be upset when you are, and they want to bring you down with it. So I just was always to myself. I didn't really, I was a solid individual, made people laugh that was around me, love them unconditionally, still do. And that's, always been the same, so.
Did you grow up in a single-parent household?
Yeah, just my mom, for sure. My mom had boyfriends, but, I was always the man of the house regardless. I didn't really care about you're not finna step up in here and be the man. I've been here, you just got here. Don't get the, you know what I'm saying? You just got here, bro. Yeah. I've been, I've been taking this trash out. I've been, this really my yard. This really me. I don't care if I'm, 13, 14. Like, nah. So being a man of the house at a young age, you just, it's territorial. Like it's like you just like survival. It's like, you're not finna just come in here and think that you about to run my spot. It's not it. Unless you deserve it. Unless you are a good enough example to where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let this man lead, but most of the time I seek fatherhood from guys around the neighborhood, the OGs, the 40 plus, 50-year-old. But I like to learn from people who have the life that I want. So I have an OG, his name Mr. Booker. Stand-up guy, 3 kids, own houses, wife, got the dog, got the Rottweiler in the trunk, cowboy hat with the buckle on, badass white man, still my pops to this day. I give Father's Day gifts every year. It's my dad damn near, even though it's not biological. He let me stay in his crib, fed me, took me to my football practices, show choir practices, all that. So I consider him a dad. So I had fathers in the neighborhood, not in the household, but it was still good because I could leave the house and go chill with my pops, help him fix the car up. I still had that fatherhood time with men. Yeah. So I didn't, I seeked it because I didn't have it at home.
Understandable. In high school, you said you were in the football, show choir. What all were you doing around that time? What were you really invested in?
Football was more of just everybody thought I was big for my age, so why not do it? I wasn't really fully in love with football. It was a good way to get my anger out. But my true love and my true passion was choir. It was just something about performing. That's when I realized I really wanted to do music because I'm performing, and that's when I felt the most free, when I was on stage and I'm, doing the look like with the costumes and the dancing with the girls, and just that's really what started it was, choir. And that's really the only 2 things I was really invested in besides ROTC, the Air Force thing in high school, but that was because I was just looking for something on the resume just in case later on down the road it looked good. I'll go ahead and do this little thing in this easy class. Why not?
So were you always looking ahead in the future?
Yeah, for sure. I've always looked ahead because once I'm around OGs. I'm around people that's here to remind me this is cool right now, but let's plant the seed for later on. All this stuff ain't gonna matter down the road. You know what I mean? So make sure you do things that are beneficial to later on in life as well. Just in case you ever want to apply for a job, you still got your ROTC uniform. That look good. Walk in there with the uniform on with the badges, stuff like that. They just was putting me on so early that I was looking ahead all the time. And I still look ahead. I'm looking forward. I'm acknowledging what's in front of me. I like what's in front of me. I'm grateful, of course, but let's keep our eyes up. So.
Hell yeah. So when did you first touch the mic?
Choir.
Choir
was when I first started singing. I was in church. I was in church singing with the choir and stuff, dancing. I was a little hyperactive boy, spinning on his head and dancing and singing. And everybody in there just loved me. It was love church. That's where it really molded me, was like that, which is being